Here are 5 things you need to know about emergency contraception. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Dr. Ali, an OBGYN, and today we're going to talk about emergency contraception and 5 very important things that you need to know about emergency contraception in case you've never taken it before or you already took it and you have some questions. Emergency contraception sometimes gets a bad rap, but as an OBGYN, I feel the need to talk about it. Remember, when used correctly, emergency contraception is used to prevent pregnancy after unprotected sex. So here are some scenarios in which you may find yourself where you might need to take emergency contraception. Let's say you're currently taking birth control pills, but 2 to 3 days go by and you forgot to take your pill and now you have unprotected sex. At that point, because you missed birth control pills, you are not protected against pregnancy. So that may be a scenario where you need emergency contraception. Another scenario would be that you used a condom, but it broke or it fell off, or simply you didn't use a condom and you're not currently taking birth control. In other instances, emergency contraception may be necessary after a sexual assault or rape. Did you know that you can only take emergency contraception in a certain time frame? So let's jump right into the video on 5 things that you need to know about emergency contraception. Number 1, timing. How quickly after unprotected sex can you take emergency contraception? This is going to depend on the option that you choose. The most effective form of emergency contraception is actually going to be the copper IUD. If you want a little bit more info on the copper IUD, I have an entire video, I'm gonna link it down below, where I talk about all of the different kinds of IUDs, how they differ. I also have a video on insertion and removal and all that good stuff. But let's jump back to emergency contraception. So like I said, copper IUD, most effective option, and it can be placed up to 5 days after unprotected intercourse. Your next option would be like something like the morning after pill. One of these is called Ulipristal. With this medication, you actually need a prescription from your doctor. But this pill can also be taken up to 5 days after unprotected sex. Your next option is going to be probably the one you're most familiar with, and it's Plan B. The beautiful thing about Plan B is that you don't need a prescription for it and you can pick it up over the counter. But with Plan B, you can only use it up to 3 days after unprotected sex. Second thing I want you to know, emergency contraception cannot end your pregnancy. Emergency contraception only prevents pregnancy from occurring. It does not cause an abortion. Now let me say that again, because in this political climate, it needs to be said again. Emergency contraception does not cause an abortion. These forms of emergency contraception are going to work to prevent ovulation, meaning that that egg can't spit out from the ovary. Now, if by the time you take emergency contraception, that egg has already been released and it's already been fertilized by a sperm, emergency contraception cannot disrupt that pregnancy. So again, it does not cause an abortion. Number 3, what are your periods gonna look like after taking emergency contraception? Keep in mind that emergency contraception can throw off your period. Most women typically get a period about a week after taking emergency contraception, but that doesn't apply for everyone. For some women, your period can appear a week early than your expected date, or it can happen a week late from your expected period date. So regardless of what's going on, expect there to be some changes to your period. You may also have irregular spotting or some irregular bleeding after taking emergency contraception, and that's normal. Now, if you take emergency contraception and you still haven't gotten a period and it's over a week from when you were supposed to start your period, it's best to take a pregnancy test because you could be pregnant. Number 4, don't use emergency contraception as your method of birth control. While yes, you can take emergency contraception more than once in a cycle, it is not advised to use this as your primary method of contraception. It's not a reliable form of birth control. It's not even birth control. It's just emergency contraception. And keep in mind that this is not cheap. Emergency contraception is actually pretty expensive. So you definitely want to have another form of birth control, whether it's pills, the patch, the ring, the injection, the IUD, the Nexplanon. Find yourself another method that is more reliable and more realistic for your lifestyle. And number 5, no, emergency contraception will not affect your future fertility. Not really sure where all these myths started, but don't worry. It's not going to inhibit you from getting pregnant in the future if you take emergency contraception. All right, everybody, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Linked on the screen, I'm gonna leave that other video where I talk about IUDs in case you want more information exactly on how the copper IUD works. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another one of my videos. I love you guys and thank you so much for your support. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.